Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In today's video my friends, we are going to be checking out the performance of Radeon RX 6600 GPU in Cyberpunk 2077 version 2.0. Now right now I'm running this GPU with a Ryzen 5 3600 and 16 gigabytes of DDR4 memory. Ryzen 5 3600 is not overclocked and the memory is at 3200 MHz. Also the 6600 GPU is also at stock clocks, and I've just adjusted the fan curve in order to not get higher temperatures. And as you can see on the graphical options right now, I'm using FSR2 on quality and everything else is on maxed out with the crowd density on low. And right now I'm running ray tracing with the ray trace sun shadows are turned off and ray trace lighting is on medium. So this is my custom settings that I've been playing and I've been enjoying the game. So as you can see right here, we are getting like close to 30 FPS in a very intensive area. This area is very intensive, and as you can see, we're getting like close to 30 FPS right now. And when I move away from this area, you will see that the FPS increases a little bit. Yeah, so let's start counting the FPS. And as you can see right here, 34 FPS average. Sometimes it stutters a little bit, but it's fine. It's not that huge of an issue because the frame time graph is pretty smooth. Yeah, 33 FPS average. There was another huge stutter. Alright, so as you can see right here guys, we're getting like 33, 35 now. And the GPU usage is also up to the maximum, which shows us that there is no bottleneck in this scenario right here. Alright, let's keep on moving back. Circle around in this area, and yeah, so as you can see guys, we're getting very playable frame rates. I just checked the game on the previous version also, which was 1.63, and what happened basically is in the same areas the game was getting like with the same graphical options, it was getting like 28 FPS average. So there is an improvement in this version actually with the frame rate. Now what I'm going to do is I've come back to this same spot. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the frame counting and go to the settings. And I'm going to turn off ray tracing with everything else the same. Alright, after turning off turning off ray tracing, you can see right here that we're getting 68, 67. Yeah, so they're very playable frame rates in Cyberpunk 2077 in 2.0 version. Yeah, 63 FPS average, more than 60 FPS. Sometimes in the higher 70s also, but most of the times in the higher 60s. That is a very smooth frame rate, very playable. So basically turning on ray tracing and using the lowest possible settings with only sun shadows turned off and medium ray trace lighting, you can get like close to 30 FPS or 35 FPS average. But if you turn off ray tracing, you will get like close to 70 FPS average. As you can see, 68 FPS. Yeah, that is very playable. That's amazingly playable. Driving around this in the city is actually far more intensive than anything else, and these areas are very intensive in the game. So that's why I'm checking the game out in this area actually. So it looks like we're back, and we're getting a very nice frame rate, average frame rate, which is 69 FPS. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the settings and turn off FSR2. Right. Let's start counting the FPS again, and on ultra settings with no FSR2 we are getting 40 FPS average, which is also very playable. 40 FPS, 39, 38. In the previous version, the frame rate I was getting was like lower than I think 3 or 4 FPS lower than this version. So they've made an improvement somehow in the FPS in my scenario at least, which I've checked from my side. Yeah, and the GPU usage is also very nice in this game. It stays close to 100%. Previously, in the previous version, it could fluctuate a lot, but now they've improved it a little bit. Alright, so let's keep on moving forward. And afterwards, what I'm going to do is after reaching the area, I'm gonna go ahead and start enabling the presets, so we can see that if you enable preset on your system, what kind of an FPS will you get actually. So right now 41 FPS average, which is also nice. It's playable also. More than 35 FPS I think is very playable in games, most of the games. Yeah, so 41 FPS average. Now let's go into settings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable I think we should use ray tracing low. Alright. So now we're at ray tracing low preset. And let's start counting the FPS again. And on ray tracing low, it looks like it's not using FSR tone quality. It's like I think balanced or something, because the image is a little bit blurrier than before, and we're also getting like higher FPS, 53, 54 FPS. So if you guys don't mind a little bit blurry of an image on 1080p, you can play on ray tracing low preset. Yeah, and the FPS is all great also, 55. A little bit of stuttering, which you can see in the frame time graph. Alright, so we are getting like close to 58 FPS average right now on ray tracing low preset, which is amazingly playable. I think this is this FSR2 is very shimmery. It looks very shimmery, and I think it's on balanced or maybe performance also. Yeah, it's maybe on performance also. Alright, so we're getting 58 FPS average. I think you guys get an idea. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go to ultra preset now, and let's start counting the FPS again on ultra preset. Now this uses actually quality FSR2. As you can see now, it's the image is a little bit more sharper, and we're getting also the same FPS. Yeah, we're getting the same FPS, 56 FPS average, which is also very good. GPU usage is fluctuating a little bit. Maybe the game is applying the settings still. Okay, let's just drift a little bit. Yeah, we're getting the stuttering in this area a little bit. The game also looks good on ultra settings, as you guys can see right here. It also looks very good on ultra. But the new all the new options like ray trace, I think it's called ray tracing reconstruction or something, that's for NVIDIA GPUs. You cannot enable it on AMD. That's a bummer, but I think AMD should be looking at these specific software options, or these are basically hardware options I think, that are specifically for NVIDIA GPUs. They should look into it and start to improve on their side too. Yeah, so now 63 FPS average on ultra preset. Let's go ahead and go to high. So this is high preset now without any ray tracing, and on quality FSR2. I'll start counting the FPS again, and this time we're getting 69 FPS average, 67, 65. So this area is very intensive, that's why it decreases the FPS a little bit. 62 FPS average. As soon as we go out of this area, oh no, so we're getting a little bit lower for GPU usage right now, which is 88 watts. So maybe when we lower the settings, we're getting kind of a CPU bottleneck right now. Yeah. Alright. So this is 67 FPS average now. 69. 68. So you guys can expect a very smooth frame rate experience if you guys choose to play on high settings, I think. But I was playing previously, I was playing on settings like ray tracing with sun shadows ray tracing turned off, because I didn't see much of a difference when I turned it off and on. So I just disabled it and it netted me about like 2 to 3 FPS more. And ray trace lighting is a very intensive thing, so I just made it to medium and the rest of the ray tracing was turned on. So that netted me like 35 FPS in this specific version. In the previous versions I told you that the game was getting lower, like 4 to 5 FPS lower than this one version. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're getting like 74 FPS average on high preset. Yeah, so I think guys, they've improved the game a little bit, and yeah, I hope to see more options for AMD users also, because NVIDIA users are getting many new options for this game and many more games. We need more options, AMD, and if you're watching this video, please give us ray tracing, ray trace reconstruction, or everything that NVIDIA users are getting, so we can also enjoy ray tracing nicely. Alright, so I will see you guys in the next video. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, because many of you guys that are watching this video are still not subscribed. So I would encourage you to subscribe, because many new games are coming, like Assassin's Creed, what's the new one? Yeah, the one in the Baghdad city, I don't remember the name, but that is coming, so we're going to benchmark that and test the performance of it also. And yeah, peace out guys, I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.